of Lincoln.
Come on, it's 6 o'clock. Rise and shine, rise and shine.
It's time for Early Break with Sip and Jake, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. Live from the Koppel Chevrolet GMC studios in the heart of Lincoln, America. Here's 93.7 The Ticket's Jake Sorensen.
Did seem kind of meh.
And Steve Sipple.
Surprisingly good.
This is Early Break with Sip and Jake, sponsored by Gaina Trucking.
Good morning. Happy Monday to you, Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen. Early Break, full show ahead. Happy Halloween to all of you who celebrate. Sip does not celebrate ever since he was 6 years old. We've heard that story before, but I'm dressed up today, Sip, as Tua Tagovailoa. That's right. Can you tell? Do I look like him? Do I look like him?
No.
All I have going for me is the jersey.
Yeah.
That's it.
I didn't know that was a costume.
Well,
I thought you were celebrating.
It's a combo. It's a celebration. Plus, I said, well, it's Halloween. I better make this my Halloween costume as well.
Wow, that's very inventive.
Which I never dress up for. So here I am, festive for once in Halloween.
If you would have worn,
victory.
if you would have worn a helmet,
I have a Nebraska helmet I could
you
wear,
could,
but that wouldn't work with
no
this.
Dolphins helmet.
No, I don't have one. My dad has one, but that's in Beatrice.
Hey, should have went and got it.
I could have got that.
Yeah.
It's all right.
How's it going?
It's going well. I'm in a good mood. Again, when the Dolphins win, even if Nebraska loses, I'm in a pretty good mood. So,
yeah, we don't need to be in a bad mood.
No, I'm in a good mood. It's happy Halloween. A lot of trick-or-treaters out today. Be nice to them. It's going to be beautiful also.
Nice to them.
Idle Chit Chat, sponsored by Newton's Lawn Care, Sip, in Lincoln.
Oh, whoa.
Newton's Lawn Care.
Well, that's perfect.
Yes.
That's perfect. I mean, we're still mowing our lawns right now.
We
right?
are. Yeah. There's a couple yards in my neighborhood that are like green as heck. And they water them every day.
Huh.
They look really good. I'm like, dang, you guys are really going after this. It's the end of October.
Yeah.
And your yard looks like it's late April.
Wow.
That good.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a conversation piece in the supermarket line. Do you have any neighbors with their lawns are still green? Yeah, we have one 3 doors down.
It's a good band, by the way.
Yeah.
Good band.
Oh, 3 doors down. Not bad. Not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, there's a good conversation piece. Thank you. Say that place again.
Newton's Lawn Care.
Newton's Lawn Care
is our sponsor of Idle Chit Chat.
Idle Chit Chat.
By the way, new customers that sign up for a 2023 program that mention the ticket, Early Break, will get a free fertilizer application from Newton's Lawn Care.
All right. Sponsors
of Idle Chit Chat.
Okay.
That's right.
Any other idle chit chat?
No, beautiful day. Can't wait for there's a couple times in the past this day Halloween has been terribly cold. Windy, cold, awful. Not today.
Well,
if you are a parent, you should be outside having a beer if you're not with your kids trick-or-treating and enjoying this nice fall day. Should be beautiful.
The Vegas Bobcat wanted to sponsor.
Well, you can still be in some capacity.
Yeah. Vegas, don't give up.
I got room for you, Vegas. Don't worry. We'll have a chat. Sip, give me your number, so we'll talk.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, let's talk about the matters at hand. We have matters.
We do.
We have matters at hand.
We have matters at hand. Nebraska football did play a game on Saturday. It did not go their direction. Did not go their way. Huskers led at 1 point, 9-6, and then it all fell apart. Casey Thompson gets hurt, leaves the game, does not come back. Illinois takes care of business. Illini 26-9. They have now guaranteed a winning season for Illinois. First since 2011, I believe I saw. It's been a long time. 26-9. The Illini take down Nebraska. It was, Chase Brown did not kill you. He was good in the ball game. We said keep him under 200 yards. Keep him under 180, right? This show said that.
Defense didn't play too bad.
No. Chase Brown, you'll live with this. 32 carries for 149, an average of 4.7, along with 21. Yeah. That is livable.
Yeah, you saw effort by the defense. How many yards did Illinois get?
Illinois had a total, glad you asked me, of yardage, 367 yards. You can win a football game with that amount being allowed.
How many turnovers did Nebraska have?
Nebraska turned the ball over
4 times.
4 times.
Okay.
Can't do that.
Okay. How many points did Illinois get in the second half? 6?
Second half points. Illinois had 6 points. Yeah, it was It was 20-9 at halftime.
Yeah. See, Nebraska's defense didn't play terrible. I mean, it actually played pretty well. You saw what I saw was the defense rallying to the ball. That's why Brown didn't have those back-breaking runs.
Right.
They rallied hard to the ball. Now, we'll get to the rough stuff. There's a couple questions that we have to get to right off.
Yes.
Instead of talking about, I mean, the defense played well. Okay, now the defense played well enough for Nebraska to win. Can we say that?
Yes, the defense played fine.
Okay. Now, there's three questions that are in my mind right now. How is Casey Thompson? Will Nebraska have Casey Thompson back? I don't know that. Okay, I don't know. We always do this. We do a lot of this. We ask questions that we don't know the answer. We don't know the answer to that one. We don't know the answer to this one either. How did this result affect Mickey Joseph's candidacy? No, who knows? We all say things like it was a punch in the gut to Mickey's candidacy. I don't know. I have no idea if he was even a candidate.
We said Friday and Thursday, how do you properly not overreact to this game, win or lose? And I don't know if I can tell you that my thoughts on Mickey have changed a ton with the loss.
Okay.
Because I'm sitting here trying to be responsible and not overreact to the loss.
Right. Okay. Then the third thing is, and this is one that you won't be able to get a valid answer to. I don't think. And that is, did Nebraska have its backup quarterbacks adequately prepared?
Did they choose the right backup quarterback to go to in the second half is a better question I might ask. Logan Smothers enters the game end of the first half for the injured Casey Thompson, directs a drive that goes nowhere. Second half comes. I heard on the halftime interview with Mickey Joseph and the network that Mickey said, we're playing with Chubba. We're playing Chubba in the second half. We didn't see Chubba go in at the end of the first half, but Chubba rolls the second half, and Sip has 15 passing yards in the second half.
Well, Mickey explained it. I mean, and Logan's deficiency is the ability to throw the ball downfield. I didn't really question whether they should go at Chubba or not. I mean, they're playing from behind. They were gonna have to throw. And Logan doesn't throw the ball downfield very well. Illinois has an excellent secondary.
They do.
You just gonna drop back Logan Smothers 17
times?
Well,
I think the thought might be that he's a better running quarterback than Chubb is.
How did that look in that one series?
He had one run for 8 yards, something like that.
Yeah. He's going to run the option.
But it was
the second half.
That was also his one series where Chubb got several series and didn't do anything.
Well, I know. I don't want to do this thing where I argue against you because you can say, well, Logan would have ran for 140 yards in the second half and everything would have been fine.
I wouldn't say that.
So I can't. I'm not going to do that.
I would not say that.
I'm not going to do that.
I would not say that.
But
I would say he gives you a better running chance than Chubb does.
Yeah, I guess. Maybe. I don't know, Chubb.
I mean, here's my thought, Sip. Maybe you can.
I guess you can do this where you can say Logan Smothers would have been a better option when you have absolutely no idea. If that's
I don't.
Okay.
But I'll take you back to this moment of the game. We get some calls in a second. I'll take you back to this moment. Nebraska is down 20-9. They get an absolute gift where Isaiah Williams just fumbles the ball untouched inside Illinois' own 30-yard line. Nebraska proceeds to have 2 plays, then 2nd and 10, then 3rd and 10. You need points. You need to get at worst a field goal. The last thing you can do is have a turnover. And Chubba rolls out of pressure, throws to absolutely nobody besides Illinois, and the ball is picked off, and there goes your chance at getting back to
Well, I didn't really want this to turn into who's better between Chubba and Logan because
I would say that's a back-breaking play, though.
Yeah, because that's how are we going to resolve that? What I wonder is, were they adequately prepared?
That's fair to ask.
Yeah. I mean, you're going to be on the right horse if you don't take Chubba. So congratulations. I mean, if Logan would have played, come on, you're on the right horse because you're on the one who didn't play. Good job.
He did play one series.
Yeah. Nice job.
First half.
So I don't know. I just wonder if they get enough reps in practice. That's another thing we never know.
Well,
we never know because we don't see practice.
Right, and
it's
again,
very frustrating.
And for Nebraska's sake, in terms of the fans and the team, you understand that Casey has been getting killed all season long by his offensive line. The offensive line has been hurting him. So if you're Nebraska, don't you make sure you have a backup prepared, knowing that he's been banged up in almost every single game?
Did they look prepared?
They didn't look prepared to me.
No.
So I don't understand. You're fresh off a bye week.
Well, we do understand a little bit of it. It's a one-station practice. It's a pro-style practice that Nebraska uses. So, and Mickey, I don't know if you have the quote about the backup quarterback situation and how they don't get a ton of reps. They get mental reps.
Here's what he said regarding Whipple putting the right quarterback.
Yeah, try that.
Yeah, here's Mickey Joseph post game.
Well, I'm confident in him, but I think that, if Whip wants to go with Chuba because we think Chuba throws a little better, let's go with Chuba. But we'll have to take it from here because we don't know what's going to go on in Casey. So it's a possibility you'll see both of them.
Okay, yeah. He addressed how they practice, the readiness. I don't know if you have that or not. If you don't, that's okay. I mean, Mickey talked about how there's a challenge getting the backup ready because they don't always get a lot of reps. I'd like to know what that picture looks like. And there's no way to know because we don't see practice. So it's really frustrating.
Well, it is frustrating.
Because Chuba looked unprepared to me.
He did.
I hate to say it. I don't like to say it, but it played out in front of everybody's eyes.
But were you curious to see Logan go in first, though, and then Chuba plays the second half?
Yeah, somewhat curious. Mickey explained it, though. So, yeah, I was a little curious, actually.
Here's Mickey on why Smothers came out.
Well, we wanted to go Logan because we thought we was going to run some option, and then we figured we had to throw it to get back in it, so we went with Chubb.
Okay. Is there anything after that?
I could get more about Casey Thompson's injury.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's all I got from Smothers right there. Here's Mickey Joseph on Casey Thompson's injury post game.
Yeah, I think it was his arm. He got jammed on the elbow and kind of hit the nerve, and he couldn't feel his fingers. His hand was numb.
Okay, what we saw in this game was a classic. It happens in football all the time. It's classic. It's a classic football problem. A good quarterback disguises a lot of the team's issues. Casey evidently did that. The loss of Casey was bigger than we thought it would probably be, right?
Well, he had 172 yards passing. The rest of the team, Chuba and Logan, had 16.
Right. See, Nebraska had 29 yards in the second half. Okay. They had 29 yards in the second half. I did not know I did not know. Now, you maybe did. You seem to have a great grasp on Logan Smothers. I didn't know the drop-off from Casey Thompson to the backups would be this profound.
Well, go back to fall practice. Wasn't there a conversation of Chuba pushing Casey Thompson?
There was.
Was that just to keep a quarterback from transferring or what?
I don't know.
I don't know. Because if you watch these games, it's no competition.
No.
I mean, Casey's obviously the best quarterback. No questions asked.
So Casey's done a good job of becoming clearly the guy. And maybe what's happened is he became very good at it and became the clear number one, and the other guys just didn't get enough practice time, But you're right. Knowing what we know, we've been talking about the eventuality of Casey Thompson getting hurt.
I mean, he's been banged up every single game.
Right.
He has been down on the field for several seconds.
Yeah, and I got to be careful here, criticizing them for not having a backup ready when he might have been ready and might have just played poorly against a really good defense. It was the top-rated defense in the country, and they were good.
If he was ready, it did not appear like. I'm just saying, you can criticize. I would say my eyes tell me he didn't look very ready to me.
Yeah, it didn't look like it to me either.
I mean, 3 for 8 for 15 yards passing with a pick and 2 sacks in the second half.
Weren't 2 of those completions those little shovel passes that went forward for nothing?
Don't even count.
Yeah.
So he didn't even do anything.
One completion.
He didn't do anything. He had 26 yards of offense in the second half. It's just it's not going to get it done. And again, I know I'm harping on it, but I go back to that one play. You were gifted a turnover inside the 30-yard line on a play you didn't even cause. Isaiah Williams just juking right, just fumbles the ball.
You're right.
Nebraska gets a gift down by 11. You have to do something on that possession.
Right.
The first play is a little dump off pass. It's behind. I think it was a receiver, whoever it was, but it was behind him. So incomplete pass. Second down, nothing. Third down. Again, you got to throw that ball away. If you're rolling out and you have nothing, you have to throw that ball out of bounds. Instead, he throws it right to the defender for an easy pick. Yeah. And that effectively didn't end the game, but it felt like it ended the game.
Right. It did. And that was early. And at that point, Nebraska's offense at that point had 26 yards in its last 5 possessions with 2 picks. So you're right. That was a gigantic moment. The biggest moment, though, and we haven't even alluded to it yet, I thought the biggest moment was Nebraska goes up 9-6.
Yes.
And you're thinking all kinds of crazy thoughts like bowl game, right? And like
let's win the West.
Yeah, crazy thoughts are going through your head. Yeah, you're going to be in the West Chase. This is going to be amazing. Nebraska's up 9-6, and look how quickly it changed. Ramir finally gets his chance. Ramir Johnson runs a wheel route, wide open. Now there's a defender bearing down on him, but it's a big gain. It's gain. Okay, keep in mind, Nebraska's up 9-6. 9:38 left, and they went up 9-6 with 9:38 left in the half. So 8 minutes to go. Nebraska could have been putting severe pressure on Illinois.
Yeah, surely could have.
Ball in Illinois territory, but Ramir drops it.
Now again, a titch behind him, but that ball has to be caught.
Right.
There is no ifs, ands, or buts. It has to be caught.
Okay, then the next play, Grant runs right for -1, and then the next play, what came the injury.
Yep.
Heavy pressure.
Picked off too.
Yeah, heavy pressure on Casey. You're right. Sidney Brown. I think it's Sidney Brown. Picks it off. Number 30, who's an excellent safety. And returns it to the 11, and of course, Illinois scores, and I'll tell you something that happened. It gets overlooked. It'll get overlooked. Nobody will talk about it. But this is what one of the 2 or 3 things that stands out in my mind in this game. On that 1st and 10 at the 11, go rewatch the first down play. It was just a basic handoff inside, and Nebraska had a bunch of guys there, but Illinois pushed them 10 yards back.
I was going to say, Chase Brown just
pushed them 10 yards.
You're right.
It looked like Wisconsin.
It did. I remember that. But Nebraska was in a good spot, and then boom, just got annihilated there.
It's troubling. I mean, because it's troubling to me because it shows you how far this thing has fallen. It happened a couple times in that game.
And still, they did a good job in general on Chase Brown. But that play, I remember, you're like, this is not good.
No, that is not a good look. When you get
bulldozed, and you know what's happening. You know they're going to run the football.
Right.
And they did it with ease.
Yeah.
They almost pushed them in the end zone.
I know.
On that play.
Yeah, it was concerning. And then, of course, they score, and then they score to retake the lead, Illinois, 13-9. And then, of course, they go on an 11-play drive to go up 29.5, score with 23 seconds left. They do the bully ball.
Yep.
Where they just run it down the field pretty much. And there it is, 20-9, and all the wind sucked out of it. But Casey's down.
Right.
It's just trouble.
But again, I think I go back once again for the 10th time to the possession. You got the ball inside the 30-yard line.
Yeah.
Here's what happens. If Nebraska scores there, a touchdown or a field goal, okay, you give your quarterback a little bit of momentum, right? Even if you didn't really do much, okay, you got points on the board. You didn't mess up. You're within 8 points now if a field goal is made there.
Yep.
That didn't happen. I mean, that effectively ended the team's belief they could win the football game.
The stadiums, too.
Right.
The student section was empty. It had emptied considerably at that point. You're right. It was a deflating day. Gosh, I didn't want to say a lot of that on this show today, but it was a deflating day. It started with so much promise, but it does illustrate how slim the margin for error is.
Well, again, yeah, the Ramir Johnson drop, that changed all momentum.
It does. And then the other thing it illustrates is how important the quarterback position is. Because if Casey's playing, now this gets back to Mickey. This gets back to Mickey Joseph. If Casey's playing, I think it's going to be a close game.
Typically, it has been.
Right. I think they would have kept it close. They had 200 plus yards against Illinois.
They had some big plays. I mean, Chuba.
Well, in the first half, what was the yardage? First half yardage. It was good. I mean, they were Illinois was allowing 221 yards a game, and Nebraska was up to that 200.
Yeah, they were 200 yards.
Yeah,
just over 200.
That's with Casey.
Yep.
With Casey.
Yep.
So they were going to pass Illinois' average easily in the third quarter.
Well, and think of it, Casey had 7 completions for 172 yards.
Right. Yeah.
That's a lot of it. That's a big plays right there.
I think they're good. Now, again, how does that affect Mickey's Kansas? He can't control Thompson going down. Now, on the other hand, what we're saying about this backup thing, man.
Well, you also didn't, you can't control who your quarterbacks are. You
That's
inherited
true.
this.
Yeah.
You inherited these quarterbacks. You can't just change them. You could hopefully make them better.
Yeah.
But sometimes they are what they are.
Right. I don't know what to tell you.
Let's see if we got some phone calls.
See what
here.
people say. I'm interested in what people have to say here.
We have people on the lines. I've been waiting for a long time, so I apologize. If you can hear me, you're on an early break. Who do we have here? Go ahead.
This is Jason from Kansas City.
Hey,
You guys hear
Jason.
me?
Yeah, Jason. Thanks for calling in.
Okay. Hey, you bet. Hey, fired up, man. We didn't want to go there, Sip, but hey, DiNardo told us last week, we're going to find out who deals with the bye weeks the best.
Okay.
And obviously it wasn't Nebraska. It wasn't Nebraska and now we're finding out what's going on behind the scenes. KU and K-State can have their backup quarterback come in and do just fine.
Yeah.
We obviously have a coaching staff that doesn't believe in giving reps. We got a guy with speed from Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
We got a kid from Florida State, and we're having them sit on the sidelines like Callahan staff and just watch. We don't have time to watch. We need reps because when there's issues, you got to be ready.
Mm-hmm.
And this was a setback for Mickey. It was a setback.
Okay.
And it's a setback for the whole thing. Like the old song goes, what's going on? Because there's massive disarray going on right now. And we got, like Jake said, we got one announcer saying Mickey said one thing about which quarterback's coming in. The next guy, who's the other guy, comes in. And now we get Whipple, who's really on the hot seat because, like I said, what did he do during the bye week? He was supposed to rep these guys. You're a coach. Let's get it done. And then we want to talk about extra points and field goals. Who knows if that was going to – we've all seen the video of Ben Hart.
Yep.
He's not blocking. I mean, there are people's jobs on the line. And this stuff that's going on with Trev, is he going to hire him? Let's go. Come on, Trev. I mean, I know you're having to fight all these political battles, but enough. What you say is law, and let's go. Let's get a coach. Because this is ridiculous what we saw on Saturday when we don't have a backup. Because now, even Casey, his throws weren't as accurate even prior to the injury. He was inconsistent. He's obviously gotten dinged up. This hand injury in the summer, it's catching up with him, obviously. And now we've got to deal with all this. And we want to go bowling. And as Trev said, we owe it to these players. So you owe it to them. And I'm telling you, Mickey had this spark. It reminds me of when a new coach comes in. We had the spark going for 2-3 weeks. And now everybody's kind of getting comfortable. Now, you can't get comfortable. You got to have your backup ready. I don't care about what Iowa does. Because right now, we're worried about Iowa's, we think Iowa's offense is horrific. Well, we look like we're going to match Iowa's effort offensively. It's bad. I'm sorry.
That's okay. You're fine.
I'm fired up, but that was
Jason.
what went on was ridiculous.
It's frustrating.
And they better have the backups ready for this Saturday.
No, it's a good call.
Let's get it done.
Thank you, Jason.
Yeah,
no,
I
mean,
love the passion.
right. And there's frustration. Hey, Jake, I was frustrated. I was.
How could you not watch that second half? And
Just
be
frustrated. Right. Because again,
this is all you have for us.
now Casey was he wasn't on point.
The great defense.
First quarter, Casey was 5 for 11 for 84 yards and had the pick. He wasn't great, but he was a lot better than the backups, okay?
Yeah.
And that's it, Jason. I don't know what to tell you about this practice thing. It's going to be something we ask. We'll try to drill down on it with Mickey. I think the question I will ask Mickey, probably Jake, you can counsel me through this a little bit. I'll just say, do you feel like your backups got enough reps in the weeks leading to this? Now, Jason, they only practiced twice on the bye week. They were only allowed to practice twice, Jake, on the bye week. And they didn't, I think I know the focus was getting healthy on the bye week. But you can get rep. They had a lot of weeks to get reps for those guys.
Yeah.
And it's very possible they got enough reps. Well, then he just didn't respond well.
The point, though, is this. Like I said earlier, Casey has been banged up every single game.
Right.
You got to have your backups ready. Know that any second he's out of the game.
It's possible. What I'm saying, Jake, is that it might not have been a rep. They might have been prepared adequately and then didn't perform adequately. It's possible they were prepared adequately.
Did they appear prepared to you?
They did not, but that doesn't mean they weren't. See, those are the frustrating things. Jason, if I could go to practice, I could tell you how many reps those guys were getting. Were they getting a lot of reps? I don't know. We'll ask that question. We'll ask Whip that question on Wednesday. Unfortunately, at that point, it's everybody kind of wants to move on, but I think you got to ask this. Did they feel like those guys got enough reps going in? Not just mental reps.
That's an important question to ask.
Yeah.
Needs to be asked tomorrow.
Yeah, Jason was, and he's right about that. Look what Kansas State did to Oklahoma State.
Okay, Kansas State, no Martinez. Will Howard, the backup quarterback, plays. And what do? They beat number 9 ranked Oklahoma State 48-0. Mm-hmm. And it was not just because of Deuce Vaughn and the defense. Will Howard had a great game, 4 touchdowns.
I think they carried him off the field after the game.
Cade Warner had a couple touchdowns. Oh, by the way, former Husker Cade Warner, 2 long touchdown catches.
And then he's right. Kansas brings in, is it Jason Bean? Jason Bean at Kansas.
Jason Bean, who against TCU, they lose that game, but he played really well, 4 touchdowns in that loss. Mm-hmm. And then, he didn't play well the game after that. But they had a bye week, I believe, this last week. They play again this week.
Let's see what the caller has to say.
Let's get another call. If you can hear us, you're on an early break. Who do we have? Go ahead.
Good morning, Steve J.
Okay.
Chris,
all right.
Up Baldwin shop.
Let's go ahead.
Well, first of all, what a beautiful day to sit up there and watch football, even if it didn't turn out the way it was. But hey, Jason's call there. I tell you what, guys, I can't improve on that. You know what? He's exactly right. But the game itself, Steve Jake, didn't it kind of, the way Illinois plays defense and offense, and with what we have, it kind of came out the way it was scripted to come out. Nebraska scored 9 points. Illinois has been giving up, 8 to 9 points a game.
Yeah.
They've been scored about 26 to 27 a game. I think they ended up with close to 200 yards on the ground. I will give you this, Steve Jake. The Nebraska defense did not play bad. Although, Steve, to the point you made there about a couple of times, and I saw this at least 3 times, they gave it to Chase Brown, just a straight ahead play,
right,
running play, and that once down by the 10-yard line on our 10, they just literally pushed our offensive line 5 to 10 yards down the field.
10 yards down the field. Yeah,
our defensive line, excuse me.
Right. Yeah. We talked about that, Chris. 10 yards down the field.
Yes, yeah. And I didn't see that just once or twice. I saw that about 3 or 4 times. Yeah. Another thing, guys, hey, let's face it. Against this defense, if you look at the numbers from last week or 2 weeks ago at Purdue to this week, Trey Palmer, not quite the operator he was against these DBs. And boy, they were on him pretty good, and then they were letting him know about it, if you guys noticed, after the play was over. So, but yeah, and hey, a thing I'm going to bring up, guys, once again, what we get running 60 yards. We haven't had a running game for 5 or 6, 7 weeks now. And Illinois, they're playing like we're supposed to play. Up in the West Balcony Saturday, a lot of stuff that I heard was, how did Brett Bielema do this in just 2 years? Why is this at Illinois of all places? How come this is working in just 2 years? How can they become as physical as they are in just 2 years and look as good as they do? They look like we used to. Maybe not quite the Lawrence Phillips and the Tommy Frazier's back there, but they run the ball. They had the ball much longer than we did during the game.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, I tell you, I'm worried about the rest of the season. We got a Minnesota team coming in this Saturday. I believe kickoffs at 11 o'clock.
Correct.
That looks probably coming in pretty confident right now.
11-point favorites.
Yeah, and Jake, Steve, they're going to play the same way. They're going to play the same way Illinois did. They're going to give it to Mo Abraham, and they're just going to pound it on.
All right, I'm steaming right now. I'm steaming. Yes. We gave up this way of playing a long time ago, okay? And we all signed off on it, Chris. So here we are. Here we are now begging for it to come back. We all signed off on it.
We did. Now, Steve, and I'm not going to deny that. But now we're also in a different conference too.
True.
That plays a little bit more physical than the one we came from. Now, guys, we'll see how this goes. But I think a bowl game right now is probably a long shot the way it looks.
Yeah.
So, but guys, hey, we'll see what happens this Saturday at 11 o'clock, and we'll just trudge on, guys. So, hey, great show, Steve.
All right, thank you.
Talk to you later.
Okay, so yeah, he's right. Now, here's the deal. Illinois, Jake, 38 minutes of possession time, 38 minutes, 13 seconds.
But we thought that might happen, though, right?
I guess.
We thought for Nebraska to score, it'd probably be quick strike drives where it might be a long possession for Illinois, but just stay in the game with your big plays.
Yep.
And 38 minutes, they kept big plays besides the Vokalek catch for a touchdown.
Yep.
Alante Brown had a nice play. Brewington had a nice screen pass for 40-some yards.
That was a nice play.
But other than that, it was
so yeah, Illinois does what Nebraska used to do. It ran it 48 times for 188. Again, you take that if you're Nebraska. I thought that would be winning football against Illinois, but it was offset by the fact that their quarterback was 20 for 22. Tommy DeVito was 20 for 22 passing, 2 touchdowns, no picks, just 1 sack. Yeah, just very efficient. Very efficient. It wasn't. Yeah, he didn't throw for a bunch of yards. He threw for 179. So, but he was good. 20 for 22 is nothing to sneeze at. Quarterbacks of the past at Illinois gave you the football game, right? Mm-hmm. They had bad fumbles, bad picks, took bad sacks. Mm-hmm. Tommy DeVito is he's not a superb quarterback, but he's dang good. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he doesn't ruin the game. He makes the plays he has to make. Right. And we saw Illinois and Chase Brown does the rest, and the defense does the rest. That's a good formula to win games. I know. It is. Illinois could win 10 games this year, Sip. This is all very frustrating. They're 7-1. Oh, they are. I think they're going to win. Chris said, where'd this come from? They're 7-1, and their schedule coming up. They play Michigan State this weekend. Probably win that game. You want to guess the spread there? It's in Champaign. Okay. I'd say they're probably a 10-point favorite. 16-point favorite, wow. Illinois. That's amazing. Then they play home against Purdue. Sip. I like them to win that game. So that's 9-1 then. Yeah. Then they play at Michigan, loss. Trouble, yeah. Then they play at Northwestern. That's a 10-2 regular season. That's Big Ten West champs. Yeah. Freaking Illinois. Yeah, they're in the driver's seat. Now, what did you see? What did you think of Illinois? Well, I'll tell you what I thought. They were big and physical up front. They're real. When you watch a game on TV, you see. Yeah, they have some guys. They have some guys up front. When they're in your freaking stadium, it's a little different. I'm like, oh yeah, that D line's rough. That's 3 pros up front. They think they have 3 pros up front, and their secondary is probably their strength. Okay, 3 pros up front. Their secondary is their strength. They didn't have any weaknesses on defense. That's a big. They got big ornery lines. It's not a great offensive line, but it's good. Not even 2 full years of Bielema. Well, he built the lines. The lines are great.
More next on Early Break in the Ticket.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
You want to join a team of industry leaders, a team where you can learn and grow, a team that treats you right. Well, don't hesitate to look at all the great career opportunities at Acres Equipment, the largest John Deere dealer network in Nebraska. We offer industry-leading wages, state-of-the-art benefits, and a great culture that focuses on both our customers and our employees. Find your next career opportunity at acres.com/careers.
This show's pretty rockin', huh?
Yeah, I'm so glad my State Farm agent helped me go.
Huh?
My State Farm agent. They help me with options to personalize my auto insurance to get a great rate that fits my budget, so I don't have to give up the things I love.
Wow. Hey, so do you think I could get your State Farm agent's number?
Call your local State Farm agent, Vinny Krekak, at 402-474-1173.
Individual premiums and budgets will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
October often presents all 4 seasons within 1 month. Are you and your feet prepared for the highs and lows? Stop in now to Brown Shoe Fit for a fall sale. Get $10 to $15 off any regular price shoe over $70. Save on dress shoes, athletic shoes, boots, and even hiking shoes. Brown's has great brands like Brooks, New Balance, Clarks, Hoka, Merrell, and more. Some exclusions may apply, so see store for details. Stop by Brown Shoe Fit today for their fall sale, just south of 66th and Q in Lincoln.
At Venue Catering and Events, we offer 2 of the most historic ballrooms in Lincoln. The Jasmine Room, located in the historic Grand Manse in the heart of downtown, featuring a beautiful built-in antique bar, spacious patio, and soaring skylit ceilings. The Scottish Rite Ballroom, located just 2 blocks from the state's capital, boasts intricate hand-carved columns, rich dark wood floors, and lavish chandeliers. The perfect venues to host your wedding, corporate event, or much more. For availability and more information, call us at 402-603-6483.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports is quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Get an immediate look back at the game from the people who know it best. It's the Tanner's post-game show and the final word live from Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill. Hear from former players and national champions like Jay Foreman, Rashawn Jackson, and Aaron Davis and see what they saw in that day's game. It's the Tanner's post-game show and the final word. Live and in person, home or away at Tanner's Bar and Grill, brought to you by Bauer Infrastructure. Only here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Expect sunny skies and very mild conditions here for our Halloween. We'll top out at 72. South winds at around 10. Overnight mainly clear. Low dropping down to around 43. Will be even warmer tomorrow. Plenty of sunshine, a high of 77, with south winds gusting over 20. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You finally finished your man cave in the basement. Brand new furniture, huge TV, and all of your collector's items. You're ready for football season. You were so excited until one bad rain and it is all ruined. Don't risk a flooded basement and countless dollars in damages when it can be avoided. Call John Henry's today for a free sump pump estimate for your home.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
A good game with good friends. But isn't it time to up the score when it comes to the food? Wings and Rings is here for every football fan. Catch the game on one of their big screens or snag a tailgate pack to go. They're cranking up the heat and throwing in mad flavor this season. Stop by your locally owned Wings and Rings on O Street, Meridian Park, or 48th and Old Cheney in Williamsburg Village, or grab some crave-worthy Wings and Rings to go. Make them your go-to destination to watch your team bring home the win. Wings and Rings. Game time just got better.
I grew up hearing that women are bad with money, but like many of you, I spent years paying bills, managing checking accounts, and taking care of my family. So turns out women are pretty good with money after all. And now I'm taking control of my financial future by saving for retirement. It's never too late to start, and there's a great website to help you. Check out WeSaySaveIt.org and jumpstart your retirement savings on your budget and your timeline. That's WeSaySaveIt.org. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
We're on the air. Back
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
to more of Early Break with Sip and Jay, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Once again, you can call or text the show 402-464-5685. Watch and comment on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter. The show is sponsored by Gaina Trucking. Appreciate the phone calls from Jason and KC and Chris.
Yeah, thank you,
at
Chris.
the Baldwin Shop.
Chris and Jason was a little rough first segment.
What do you
Was anybody
expect-
say that?
What do you expect when it's 26-9 and you have 15 passing yards in the second half and 26 total yards? I don't think it can't not be rough, right? It has to be rough.
And the day again started. Think about all last week, how hopeful we were. Now I would say this.
Optimistic.
Yeah, optimistic. There was a lot of hopefulness going into that game. I didn't think that. I'd be interested to hear what the people say. I didn't think it was that charged up in the stadium.
Well, what about when it became 9-6?
Yeah, got going a little bit. Yeah,
I was not at the game. I watched the game elsewhere.
I'd be interested to. Maybe that was just me. Maybe it was just my.
Well, no, I don't. I mean, the teams they were 3-4 going into the game.
Yeah,
I understand if they're not charged up. Now it was the first home game in several weeks,
right?
And it was a beautiful day. As Chris said, it was a gorgeous day for football outside.
There was a lot of people charged up.
I think
the overall atmosphere I just thought was okay.
I think when Vokalek scores a touchdown, which by the way, he was so slow on that. He seemed like he was so slow.
Oh, I don't know if I agree with you, but he's a tight end. He
I
weighs
know.
207.
Well, he scored a touchdown. He broke away.
Okay, look at it this way. I mean, he's fast for 270.
Yeah.
270.
Yep. It's like a lineman out there, basically.
Oh, yeah.
And I think it got pretty loud then, but after that, the cheers were.
Well, when Casey went down.
The cheers would have been bigger if Ramir catches that football.
Yeah.
What if they score that drive? What if they go up either 12-6 or 16-6?
Right. What I wanted to see at 9-6 with Nebraska now in possession of the ball was, here we go. Let's see how Illinois responds if Nebraska really applies heat. And bam, there you go. There's Ramir Johnson running wide open. And you thought, okay, this is going to get interesting because they're going to be in Illinois territory now. He wasn't going to go the route because there was a safety there. He wasn't going to go the route. He wasn't going to take it to the house. There's a safety. He was going to get smacked.
Yeah.
He was going to get smacked.
But you've been in Illinois territory
and you're putting pressure on him.
With momentum.
With Casey.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that's where I'm disappointed because I would have really liked to see what that looked like.
I'm going to circle one thing here on the stat sheet that was disappointing also.
We didn't mention Trey Palmer.
That's why I circled. Trey Palmer showing this sheet. 1 catch for 1 yard on Saturday.
I give Illinois credit.
If you're Ryan Walters, you said Trey Palmer's not beating us. And guess what? He didn't beat you. 1 catch, 1 yard for Trey Palmer.
Yeah, and I mean, and I'd say Nebraska's second best receiver, Marcus Washington,
one catch for 8.
1 catch for 8. They took Nebraska's
secondary was
out.
elite.
Yeah, it's good secondary. Illinois is good. They're good. Yeah,
they're going 10-2.
I agree with you.
And we'll see what if they win the bowl game? 11 wins for Illinois in the second year of Brett Bielema? Are you kidding me?
Now I did talk to one of the Champaign News Gazette writers, Bob Asmussen, about that, the possibility of the fact Bielema moving on. Now they're not too worried about it. He's building a mansion.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he's building a mansion in the area. Lovey just lived downtown, never built anything. Bielema was building a mansion. Now that doesn't mean necessarily he's staying for sure, but you wonder. He's got 2 small children.
I got to think for Bielema. Now, again, is Nebraska tempting enough to leave? But the reason why he's not leaving this division for now is he wants to beat up on Wisconsin.
Yeah, maybe. That might be.
I think he wants every chance to beat Wisconsin every year that he can.
Well, what he's done there is
done a great job.
Yeah, is really good.
Before we get to break, you cannot lament this loss for too long, because next up, Sip, as mentioned earlier in the show, Minnesota in town this upcoming Saturday, 11 a.m. kick. The Gophers, Sip, 11-point favorites in Lincoln, following a 31-0 win over Rutgers on Saturday.
Rutgers managed 134 yards of offense. Okay. Minnesota held Rutgers to 134. What did Minnesota do? They opened the game with a 19-play, 99-yard touchdown drive that drained 10 minutes, 24 seconds off the clock.
99 yards.
They went 19 plays and 99 yards on their first possession. 10:24 off the clock. 10 minutes, 24 seconds. They also had a 13-play, 86-yard drive on their second possession.
Both capped up by short Ibrahim touchdown runs. He had 3 touchdowns, by the way. Ibrahim.
Mo Ibrahim had 36 carries for 159 yards. Oh yeah, again, you have a bear coming in here. I mean, it's going to be a bear because they're going to bully ball you again. They're going to try to play bully ball.
Minnesota, to cap that off, had the possession for 41 minutes in the ball.
Yeah, there you go. So Illinois had it for 38 minutes, 13 seconds. Minnesota had it for 41 minutes. That's the way they play in the Big Ten.
Minnesota forced 3 turnovers, gave it the ball away 0 times, so +3 there. 375 with total yards for Minnesota.
People are going to get tired of hearing about this stuff.
Well,
they are. They're not going to listen to our show.
Well, they are tired of it, but they're waiting for at some point in the next couple of years, hopefully next year, an answer. Instead of just completely the same crap over and over and over again.
I know.
But going in with hope, and then the hope is just gashed, and I'm bleeding out here.
Well, you can't control injuries. Casey's injury was huge. I mean, Nebraska, the way it's going to have to beat these teams is what? We said it. Jake, downfield throws. You got to hit downfield throws to a pretty good set of skill position players. That's Casey. Now, when Casey's out, what is it now? Okay, what is it now? Because going in, we said it over and over in the last few weeks. You got to scrap and hope Casey completes some downfield throws. Well, the defense scrapped. It did. It got pushed around at times, but the defense rallied to the ball. The reason Brown didn't get loose, you saw it, is because they had multiple guys at the ball. So the defense did it. It scrapped.
I think Bill Bush had his guys prepared.
Yeah, the defense scrapped. And you know what? Casey wasn't great early, but he completed some balls. And they were, I think, with Casey in position to push Illinois to the end of the game. Now, would I pick Nebraska to win based on what I saw? No. But I think with Casey, they can push that team. Now, here we are now. We don't know if Casey's going to play. Now, what's the formula? Because it doesn't look like Chubba can push it downfield very well.
And by the way, if you have any hopes for a bowl game, you have to win this football game because you're not beating Michigan. This is it. You are completely against the wall. If you want to win, if you want to get to a bowl game, you have to win this game, or else you're not going to a bowl game. Simple as that.
Looks like they're still playing. Looks like Nebraska's still playing hard.
Postseason is so far away once again. NFL winners and losers and song of the day is next on Early Break on the Ticket.
These days, there are more reasons than ever to treat yourself to a great haircut at Great Clips with the online check-in app. So tell us, why do you check in?
I check in because I'm tired of hat hair. I check in because we all need a cut.
I check in so I can feel like me.
And I check in so I look good for you.
No matter why you check in, you'll check out with a great haircut and save time with our online check-in app. Great clips. It's going to be great.
Get an immediate look back at the game from the people who know it best. It's the Tanner's post-game show and the final word live from Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill. Hear from former players and national champions like Jay Foreman, Rashawn Jackson, and Aaron Davis and see what they saw in that day's game. It's the Tanner's post-game show and the final word. Live and in person, home or away at Tanner's Bar and Grill, brought to you by Bauer Infrastructure. Only here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
People first is more than a nice sentiment. At American Senior Benefits, it's the mission. If you're ready for a career where you can truly put your customers' needs ahead of everything else, this is for you. American Senior Benefits is one of the leading senior market insurance product distributors in the country, and they're looking for high-energy applicants with strong communication skills. Enjoy on-the-job training, a fun work environment, and unlimited income potential. Visit asbmidwest.com to learn more. American Senior Benefits.
At Venue Catering and Events, we offer two of the most historic ballrooms in Lincoln. The Jasmine Room, located in the historic Grand Manse in the heart of downtown, featuring a beautiful built-in antique bar, spacious patio, and soaring skylit ceilings. The Scottish Rite Ballroom, located just 2 blocks from the state's capital, boasts intricate hand-carved columns, rich dark wood floors, and lavish chandeliers. The perfect venues to host your wedding, corporate event, or much more. For availability and more information, call us at 402-603-6483.
If you need to sell equipment and trucks, Ritchie Brothers' new Lincoln Satellite Yard lets you free up space at your property and get local access to all Ritchie Brothers auctions. Drop your equipment off and sell it online at any Ritchie Brothers auction, Iron Planet, or via Marketplace E. The yard is at 8801 US 6 Lincoln. It's secure and makes for easy in-person buyer inspections and pickup. Take advantage of this yard to sell at Ritchie Brothers' Great Plains Regional Auction, September 15th and 16th. For details, visit rbauction.com/Lincoln.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back. Sure. Sauter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SauterHeyman.com.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit gocurrency.com and apply today.
Look at your car. It's filthy and probably has a few dings and nicks all over it. Don't be that guy. Get it upgraded and repaired at Renew Your Auto. At Renew Your Auto, they offer tons of services: ceramic coating, window tinting, paintless dent repair, washes and details, bed liners, body shop, and more. Where can you go to get services like that all in one place? Schedule your appointment today at renewyourauto.com. See what Renew can do for you.
You love to bash his sports takes.
Now, will you feel like an idiot if you're
No,
a big tough?
never feel like an
if
idiot.
you're a big tough guy this morning,
But you really love to voice your displeasure for his music choices.
stumbled on an issue that I did not think would generate this much passion and discussion.
It's time for Jake's questionable song of the day on Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It's close to midnight. Something evil's lurking in the dark. Under the moonlight, you see a step that almost stops your heart. You try to scream, but terror takes the sound before you make it. You start to freeze as horror looks you right between the eyes. You're paralyzed, cause this is daylight night, and no one's gonna save you from the beast about to strike. You know it's daylight night. You're fighting for your life inside a together, dread of the night.
It is Halloween, so why not have a Halloween-type song? Thriller by Michael Jackson. 464-56851 is bad. 10 is good. Text your rating on the Sauter Heyman Jewelers Song of the Day.
You feel the cold. I wonder if you ever see the sun. You close your eyes and hope that this is just imagination. Girl, but all the while, you hear a creature creeping up behind. You're out of time. I could feel this feeling.
Once again, Song of the Day on this Halloween day. Thriller, Michael Jackson, 464-56851 is bad. 10 is good. Text your rating on the Sauter Heyman Jewelers Song of the Day.
So that's a Halloween song.
Kind of. I mean, there's werewolves in the song. It's pretty much a Halloween song.
That was good. I mean,
I don't play much Michael Jackson.
How many in 7 years?
Maybe 2 now.
Okay, good. So it's creative, surprise. It's good. There's some Michael Jackson songs I really like. It's not one of them, but that's not a bad song. A little thematic.
Yeah, that's what I do.
I'll give it a 7.5. I like it. So what year was that?
I think that was 83.
80s?
Pure 80s.
80s?
Definitely the 80s, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that.
A lot of high response because it's timely. It's a theme. It's a good song. It's a theme for Halloween. People give me high scores because they should.
Okay.
But you know what it's time for?
What?
NFL winners and losers.
Good.
Here we go. To the winners, starting things off on this NFL Week 8 rundown. All right, Sip, number 1. Your boy, King Henry, the big horse, number 1 winner of the week. 219 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns. The Titans 17-10 win over the Texans. Titans, 5 straight wins.
He went for 219.
219 on the ground. Whoa, because you want to know why? No Tannehill. They played Malik Willis because Tannehill was hurt.
Okay.
They said, we're running the ball. You got to stop us. They didn't stop him.
Man. It's impressive in an NFL game.
I put him number 1 because the Texans knew what they were going to do.
Right.
There's no Ryan Tannehill. We have a rookie quarterback. We've got King Henry. Stop King Henry. You didn't stop him.
Man, Titans offensive line just got to feel great today.
5 straight wins for Tennessee, now the 2 seed in the AFC. Number 2, I'm wearing the jersey. Tua Tagovailoa / Tyreek Hill. Sip, the Dolphins were down 27-17 at halftime.
Okay.
The Lions had 27 first half points.
Trouble.
Defense shuts them out second half, no points allowed, but Tua, 382 yards passing, 3 touchdowns. Tyreek Hill, Sip, 12 catches, 189 yards. He's already almost to 1,000 through week 8. He's at like 937 yards in the season. He's on pace right now to set the NFL record for receiving yards in the season.
Jeez, that's impressive. Again, everybody knows where they're going with the ball.
Well, Jalen Waddle also is a problem, though. He had 100 plus yards and 2 touchdowns in that game, too. The Dolphins are a problem.
Yes, they are.
If their defense plays better than the first half, they'll be fine.
Say the record again.
Dolphins 5-3.
Okay.
31-27 final score. They beat the Lions. To the third winner, the Commanders. It's not pretty when they win, but they've won 3 straight games. Commanders come back late, beat the Colts at the very last second, and win 17-16. They're now 4-4. The entire NFC East is pretty dang good.
Interesting.
Giants, the only team to lose in that division yesterday.
Colts are they gonna fire Frank Reich?
There's certainly a chance of that.
This week?
3-4-1 right
This
now
week?
this season. I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay.
Sam Ehlinger was not very good in that game, though, starting for Matt Ryan. Number 4, the Patriots. Patriots were favored. People are saying, why are the Patriots favored on the road against the Jets, who are red hot? Well, because Bill Belichick owns the Jets. 13 straight wins now for Bill Belichick against the New York Jets. The final score, 22-17. Zach Wilson, 3 ugly picks in that ball game. Patriots were not pretty, but did enough to win the football
Why would he
game.
own the Jets, I wonder? It just seems very random.
Well, the Jets have been pretty down for a while, and, they've just owned them. Number 5 winner, Sip. The 49ers go on the road to L.A. and take care of the Rams 30-14. Christian McCaffrey, 3 touchdowns in that football game.
Okay.
He had a passing touchdown, actually, in the game to Brandon Ayuk. He's fitting in just fine.
What's the Rams record?
Rams are now 3-4.
Ooh.
3-4. Not good. To the losers, Sip. This one is so obvious. I'm watching this game at a sports bar, and I said, what the hell is wrong with this guy? The Panthers kicker, His name is Eddie Pinheiro. I'm going to tell you why he's the number one loser by far this week. The Panthers trail the Falcons by 6 points, 34-28 with 12 seconds to go. Okay? P.J. Walker throws a Hail Mary to D.J. Moore. It's caught for a touchdown with 3 seconds to go. Okay, you need an extra point to win the game. Right. Now, D.J. Moore did have unsportsmanlike conduct, so it's a 15-yard penalty. He threw his helmet off, spiked the football, so now it's like a 47-yard kick.
Oh, boy.
But still, it's in a dome. There's no wind. There's no rain. It's in a dome. Pulls it left. We go to overtime. In overtime, Pinheiro has another chance for a field goal, about 34 yards to win it. Again, straight away, no wind, in a dome, perfect conditions, pulls it left. Falcons go down, field goal, win the game.
Ouch.
Eddie Pinheiro should be cut yesterday by the Panthers. You're gone in my world, Eddie. I'm not a Panthers fan, but you are gone.
Yeah,
you can't have that.
No, that's trouble.
Number 2 loser, Sip, your Raiders got shut out by the Saints. In a week where scoring was very high in the NFL, your Raiders scored 0 points. They pulled Derek Carr late. He had like 102 passing yards. 24-0. The Saints take care of the lowly, pathetic Vegas Raiders.
It's really bad.
Everyone was scoring points this week except for the Raiders. I mean, it was a high-scoring week in the NFL. Raiders did not get the memo.
Rough.
2-5 are the Raiders now.
Oh.
Number 3, the Jags go on the road. They play in London like every year, and they blew this game again. The Broncos with Russell Wilson get the victory in London. Jags now 2-6. They were 2-1 at one point. 5 straight L's. Right now, if the NFL draft was today, they have the number 2 pick, and they were thinking postseason through 3 weeks. Mm-hmm. They went from postseason to now the number 2 pick in the draft. Mm-hmm. Not good. Number 4, the Bears defense gives up 49 points to the Dallas Cowboys. 49-29. Bears lose. They're now 3-5. They host the red-hot Miami Dolphins on Sunday. And number 5 loser, the Giants, because they've been winning all these times. The Giants lose the Seahawks 27-13, 6-2 the record now, but still a very good start to the season.
Seahawks surprising, right?
Yeah, Seahawks 5-3. Geno Smith getting it done. Yeah, they don't need Russ. They don't need Russ. They don't miss Russ.
Boy, in the NFL's a lot of ways. A lot of ways the NFL is unpredictable. It's hard to predict stuff.
It is.
Well, congratulations on your victory.
Yes.
And your costume, I guess. I
mean,
this is your costume. You could put some eye black on. Tua wears eye black.
I could have, but I didn't wake up early enough to do that.
I could have dyed your hair black.
I could draw some pen below my eyes.
It would have been real if you would have dyed your hair black.
Yeah.
And put some eye black on.
I could have, but here I am. I'm donning what I do.
Yeah. I'm donning what I do.
That's right. Top of the hour, big announcement next on Early Break on the Ticket.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
If you need to sell equipment and trucks, Ritchie Brothers' new Lincoln Satellite Yard lets you free up space at your property and get local access to all Ritchie Brothers auctions. Drop your equipment off and sell it online at any Ritchie Brothers auction, Iron Planet, or via Marketplace E. The yard is at 8801 US 6 Lincoln. It's secure and makes for easy in-person buyer inspections and pickup. Take advantage of this yard to sell at Ritchie Brothers' Great Plains Regional Auction, September 15th and 16th. For details, visit rbauction.com/Lincoln.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back in the future.
Sauter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SauterHeyman.com.
A good game with good friends. But isn't it time to up the score when it comes to the food? Wings and Rings is here for every football fan. Catch the game on one of their big screens or snag a tailgate pack to go. They're cranking up the heat and throwing in mad flavor this season. Stop by your locally owned Wings and Rings on O Street, Meridian Park, or 48th and Old Cheney in Williamsburg Village, or grab some crave-worthy Wings and Rings to go. Make them your go-to destination to watch your team bring home the win. Wings and Rings. Game time just got better.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club or space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? No, forget that. How about a margarita club? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge and join the best club in town. 10 flavors of margaritas like Maui Wowie, burnt pineapple, and mango tango. Try all 10 of them and receive your own souvenir margarita glass. Make it your new Monday night tradition. $4 margaritas and $4 taco baskets. Grab the crew and head on over. Monday nights or any night. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
You finally finished your man cave in the basement. Brand new furniture, huge TV, and all of your collector's items. You're ready for football season. You were so excited until one bad rain and it is all ruined. Don't risk a flooded basement and countless dollars in damages when it can be avoided. Call John Henry's today for a free sump pump estimate for your home.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing. Heating and air.
Warhorse Casino Lincoln is open, and guests are winning big already. Get in on the fun at Nebraska's first casino. Try your luck on your favorite slot machines and join the Warhorse Rewards program for exclusive offers. The best is yet to come as we continue to build a world-class experience for our guests. Right off Highway 77 and West Denton. You'll always leave feeling like a winner at Warhorse Casino Lincoln.
Must be 21 or older to enter. Proper ID is required. Gambling problem? 1-833-BET-OVER.
Mike Schaefer here for Trek CBD. It's football season, and that means you're tailgating with friends, or if you're like me, yelling at the TV during Vikings games. Trek CBD has a variety of products that help calm me down during the games, so don't scare my dog. But in the rare cases that I yell too much, there's CBD products for him, too, and all other pets. Whether you're looking for drinkable Delta 8 seltzers, hemp-derived Delta 9 syrups for your beverages, or anything else, Trek CBD has it all at 84th and Aderman. Trek CBD, CBD done right.
Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket.
Okay, playing 93.7 The Ticket.
Alexa, turn down the lights.
Dimming the lights.
Alexa, order a pizza. The big one. All the toppings.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Alexa.
That's a lot of pizza for just one man.
Alexa, just do it. Stop judging me, just do it.
As you wish.
Thanks, Alexa. You're my best friend.
I grew up hearing that women are bad with money. But like many of you, I spent years paying bills, managing checking accounts, and taking care of my family. So turns out women are pretty good with money after all. And now I'm taking control of my financial future by saving for retirement. It's never too late to start, and there's a great website to help you. Check out WeSaySaveIt.org and jumpstart your retirement savings on your budget and your timeline. That's WeSaySaveIt.org. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Wake up, Lincoln.
Come on, it's 6 o'clock. Rise and shine, rise and shine.
It's time for Early Break with Sip and Jake, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. Live from the Coppel Chevrolet GMC studios in the heart of Lincoln, America. Here's 93.7 The Ticket's Jake Sorensen.
Did seem kind of meh.
And Steve Sipple.
Surprisingly good.
This is Early Break with Sip and Jake, sponsored by Gaina Trucking.
Welcome back to Hour 2 on a Monday on this Halloween. Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Early Break. Fun show so far. You get the podcast at theticketfm.com. You can always watch and comment on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter. Call or text 402-464-5685. Again, the show sponsored by Gaina Trucking. Before we move on with more Nebraska football discussion following their 26-9 loss to Illinois.
26-9.
26-9. Some some news for you listeners regarding the station, the show, all the shows in the station. It's official per the World Herald. It's in the news now. This station is moving downtown at some point, middle of next year, hopefully by June at the absolute latest. The Ticket Studios will be moving from 48th and R to 11th and O on the ground floor. ground level of the northwest corner, the old LES building.
Okay, the old LES
11th
building.
and O.
Where some people would used to take their LES bill.
That's right. Now you can come by, hang with us, watch the shows. You can walk by on O Street and watch us do our show
You
live.
think this coming June?
At the latest, hopefully.
Okay.
That's the goal.
Wow.
Anywhere from April to June, I think, is the timeline. But yeah, the station is moving downtown. We're going to quadruple the size, the space we have to operate. You can be able to watch us as you're walking on O Street. You can see us broadcasting live to O Street with the
We'll have
big
to dress
window.
up a little bit more.
You'll be fine.
Yeah,
they'll understand at 6 to 8 still why you're not dressed up.
Well, but we'll put on a nice shirt.
So there's your breaking news from the station. It's going to be fun. It's been a fun ride these last couple of years, just growing like crazy. So we look forward to moving to bigger headquarters.
That's pretty,
and right downtown.
That's amazing. I mean, how many places in America have a big sports station with a headquarters downtown where you could peer in?
Not many. Not many.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, we got a window. We'll have a window to watch the outside. Now, I
like it.
You might get distracted by all the cars driving by.
I can turn the other way.
Oh, you're just going to turn away.
Do you notice at Tipsy Tina's I often do that?
You do?
Yeah.
Well, I always thought you did that to take the wind out of your
No, I do it
microphone.
so I'm not looking out on the people and being distracted.
You always turn like this.
Yeah. That's why I do it. Because I'm easily distracted. Got it?
Yeah.
But it won't be a problem downtown. Don't worry.
So
about
for those out there, I'll do the shameless plug. If you want to, advertise with us the ticket, I'm the guy to talk to. You can always text us 402-464-5685. I'll take care of you. But a lot of exciting things coming for the station and moving downtown at some point by mid 2023. It's purchased, construction started in there, so it's official. It's gonna be fun.
That's awesome.
There's your news. All right, 464-5685. Call or text as always. All right, we said last week, Sip, on the show on Thursday and Friday, that we would not overreact either way following the Illinois game.
Yeah.
We said if they win, we're not going to get too high and say Mickey's got to be hired tomorrow. If they lose, we're not going to say he's out of the hunt for the job. All right, so now that the game's happened, he lost 26-9. What is the proper reaction to what happened and what's ahead in this search for Nebraska?
There's a complicator in that we got a wrench was thrown into the discussion. Yeah, someone threw a wrench into the machine. Casey's injury. Now we don't know the extent of it. I want to make that very clear to the listeners. We don't know the extent of his injury. Did we cover this in the first hour? He landed on his elbow,
Yes.
Lost feeling in his fingers, jammed his elbow, lost feeling in his fingers. I'm doing it with my left hand. It's actually his throwing hand. Yeah, it was his right hand. So we don't what's going to happen. And if Casey Thompson is sidelined against a Minnesota team that just allowed Rutgers only 134 yards. Now that's Rutgers without Samuel Brown V, who was out. Who's not he's their best. He's Rutgers' best running back, but he's not a showstopper by any stretch of the imagination.
Did he play Saturday for Rutgers?
No, he didn't play. I just said he was out.
Play man against Nebraska.
He was out. So Jake, that threw a wrench into it. Overreact. I've overreacted a little bit to a couple things.
Oh, please tell us.
Well, the backup quarterback thing.
Well, that's not overreaction. That's proper reaction. They weren't prepared.
Well, they did easy. They didn't look prepared. Right. They didn't look prepared. Now again, I'm going to repeat what I said in the first hour. It's possible they were prepared very well, or Chubba. This is a Chubba discussion. It's not a they. It's possible that Chubba Purdy was prepared very well and then just didn't perform well under the bright lights against one of the nation's best defenses. And I don't mind saying that. They're good. That's a good defense. It's possible that he had a sufficient amount of reps and just didn't perform well, right? But we saw a big drop-off from Casey to the number 2. That throws a wrench into the discussion. That makes me look at the rest of the schedule differently, right? It does. Scary.
It is scary
because they're not running the ball. They're not running it well.
Well, I mean, Anthony's stats weren't bad in the game. They only had 12 carries for Anthony Grant for 61 yards, an average of 5.1, a long of 22.
What Whipple's going to tell us on Wednesday is, my guess is, Nebraska had the ball for only 21 minutes, 47 seconds. How can you get anything going? They ran the ball 25 times and passed it 24. 50-50 split. Okay. Just didn't have the ball enough.
That's been the case all year long, though.
Right.
They've had a terrible time of possession this year. But that's nothing new. He can say that. I'll say,
well, he can say
what else
that
is new
in response to the run game. I mean, you just can't. It's just hard to get the run game going when you don't have the ball, right?
Well, you can respond by having a drive
when you try to run
when you get the ball.
Yeah. Well, anyhow,
I don't think
this is all
accept that response.
Okay, that's fine.
That's an answer.
It's all very scary right now because you're heading into November and your quarterback is hurt. Your quarterback is hurt. Your starting quarterback is hurt, and the backup didn't look ready to roll. That's a little scary. Yeah, that's a little scary, right?
Yeah, you got a team that's maybe back on track now, Minnesota, after their win against Rutgers.
Right. So, yeah, Minnesota ends a three-game losing skid.
They are coming into this stadium Saturday expecting to win.
Oh, sure they are.
They'll be shocked if they lose.
Right. They were impressive against Rutgers on Minnesota's home field. Minnesota just lost 3 times. Now, keep in mind, they got blown out at Penn State, 45-17. Okay. They also had lost to Purdue and Illinois. Okay. So it wasn't like it wasn't like Minnesota was losing to
bad teams,
scrubs. Right. But they had Minnesota ended a 3-game losing streak. Overreact. I probably am maybe overreacting a little bit. I need to temper my disappointment. I was very disappointed with what I saw.
I thought the game plan was very, I don't know.
How can you talk about the game plan though without Casey? It got thrown in the scrap heap.
Okay, but still,
didn't it?
You play to win the game, as Herm Edwards said. You got if you're Mark Whipple, you have to find a way to
what?
Whatever your game plan was for Casey. If he's out, you have to find a way for the next quarterback to succeed.
Well, I'm sure that.
How do you make easy plays for them to get some quick confidence?
My guess is Whipple is going to tell you the game plan didn't change. The game plan didn't change. It had to change a little bit, probably, but I think that all those guys prepare the same, except for Logan.
Deep shots from Chubba, did you at all? Even once? Did he take a deep shot?
I don't know how well he pushes the ball downfield.
So that's what I'm curious. Is that him doing that by himself? Or is there a route that's available to take the deep shot? He just chooses not to?
I don't know.
That's questions we got to ask to Whipple and Mickey. Say, hey, when Chubba's in, he does not push the ball downfield.
We have limited knowledge of Chubba. He's a redshirt freshman, was a dual threat quarterback in high school, played a limited amount of time at Florida State. I thought that picture would look better. Again, don't see practice, don't know what the reps look like, don't know how many reps he's getting. It's all a very uncomfortable discussion right now. It is. It makes me feel uncomfortable with what they have ahead.
Well, they have, they're going to probably be underdogs the rest of the way.
You think?
Even with Iowa and Wisconsin on the schedule, are not what they usually are.
I want to hear what people. I want to hear
calls.
I want to hear what people are they overreacting or underreacting, or just reacting properly.
All right, 464-5685. Call or text. Are you overreacting, underreacting? What's your response?
Reacting properly.
What's your response now in the search for the head coach following what happened on Saturday?
How did it change? Did it change? Should it change? Is it fair that it changes?
We have a couple calls here. If you can hear us, you're on an early break. Go ahead. Who do we have here?
Yeah, hello. This is Chris.
Chris. Hello, Chris.
Am I on? Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
You're on.
Yeah,
you're on.
Well, I mean, Mickey is obviously still a candidate for the head coaching job. That shouldn't change whatsoever. However, it was good to see the hysteria of the cult of Mickey tamp down a little bit. I mean, he's an old man in coaching circles as far as never having been a head coach or a coordinator. So there's a reason why he's never been even a coordinator or a head coach. So let's let this play out without going crazy. He's a good coach. He's an excellent recruiter, and that could be tamped down. But it is very disturbing that they've got nothing at least Chuba. I mean, Chuba's been a grease fire 3 straight appearances. He's had a turnover in every circumstance every time he's come in, and he just looks overwhelmed. He's not capable. So they need to put the other, I can't remember his name, but
Logan
the
Smothers,
third string guy. Who I'm shocked he's still at the program. I would have figured he would have transferred. I mean, he's really a Nebraska guy at this point. I mean, he should get a chance. But Whipple's never been a running guy. I said months ago when we hired Whipple, and people said, "Oh yeah, maybe we start running the ball again." No, that's not what you're going to get with Whipple. He doesn't do that, and he's not going to put a running quarterback in except as an occasional gimmick. So I doubt we'll see the third string guy. But the defense played lights out. Really. I mean, their biggest problem was, those 2 straight swing passes for touchdowns to Chase Brown, the one that got called back, and then how they were asleep on the second one. That was bewildering. That was the worst part of the defense, I thought, all day. But the defense played lights out, less than 400 yards. And Illinois is a good offense. They played a lot of difficult defenses this year, and averaged over 400 some yards a game. And we held them under 200 yards rushing, which I mean you would want to hold them under 150, but we held them like 188 or something like that. And they couldn't really do anything downfield passing the ball. The defense played lights out. Special teams played average. But the offense, and Casey's not a good quarterback. He's average-ish. Throws a lot of turnovers. He was on pace to throw 4 interceptions in the game, 4 or 5 interceptions, and he's thrown 10 this year, and basically about 7 games worth of work because he's been injured several times, which is bewildering. Why we don't have a backup, knowing that our starter's going to oftentimes be dinged up and miss at least a series or 2. We really got to have someone working with the second, third string quarterback. That is a deficiency, a big glaring problem. So, anyways, thanks, guys. Appreciate the opportunity.
Thank you, Chris.
All right, thank you, Chris. Okay, now, I mean, I agree with most everything Chris said, except I think Casey's above average. Chris, we just disagree. We just have to agree to disagree. I think he's good. I think he's above average. And I think we saw that. I think we saw the loss of, if he was just an average quarterback, the loss wouldn't be so profound. I mean, he was the reason he was the main reason, along with the defense's effort, that Nebraska had a chance to beat Illinois. You take him out, the defense's effort was great, but man, you take Casey out, it doesn't really matter.
No.
Just saying.
Well, as you saw.
I disagree with Chris on that, but I agree with him on most everything else. I forgot about Chuba's problems in his other appearances.
Yeah, well, he had the strip sack against Indiana in the end zone. Now, that was a bad idea to put him in that situation at the 8-yard line to begin with.
Right.
It was a terrible time to put him in. But, yeah, that was a turnover. That was his in the end zone, recovered for a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
Now, he was okay against Oklahoma, but the game was out of hand. They had backups in, so what do you even take from that game?
Right.
But in general, he called him a grease fire. That's what Chris said there.
Yeah.
We've got more calls.
Let's do it.
If you can hear me, you're on early break. Who do we have? Nope. All right. If you can hear me, you're next on early break. Who do we have? Go ahead. We had someone here.
Hello.
Wow. I just thought it myself. Did you hear that?
Yeah. Interesting.
That was weird.
Hello, caller.
Did I just call myself?
You might have.
Okay.
All right.
We'll get that figured out soon. Okay. We had call. You guys can still call 402-464-5685.
Overreaction. I don't know if I'm overreacting. They had a prime opportunity, and you mentioned it in the second half when Isaiah Williams fumbled that ball. Right?
They gave you a gift, saying, "Hey, we want you guys to get back in the ball game. Here you go. Here's a chance. Field goal, touchdown. What are you going to do? Make this competitive? No. Let's throw an incomplete pass."
Okay. So yeah. So the first. Okay. So what we're talking about was early in the third quarter, right?
That's right.
Nebraska, after Isaiah Williams' fumble,
which was not caused by anybody but himself. He just dropped the ball.
Newsom recovered it.
Yes.
So Nebraska has 1st and 10 at Illinois' 23. Okay. All right. Chuba throws an incompletion on an inside slant. Okay. Incompletion. That was for Palmer. Remember that pass? Didn't look good either. He wasn't going anywhere.
Way behind.
The play was going to get blown up. On 2nd and 10, Chuba kept left for 0 yards.
Right. So now it's 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10.
He gets rushed. He
scrambles to his right.
Yep.
Chuba.
And just throws a horrendous ball.
Throws across his body and across the field. A no-no. And number 30 picks it. And
pick 6 with both those things said, across your body and across the field.
So instead of getting back in the game, you give the ball up. And what does Illinois do? 13 plays, 70 yards, uses 7:27 of clock, and the body blow is suffered.
They're saying, we gave you a chance. You didn't take it. Now watch this. We gave you your chance. You didn't want it. Okay, we'll just end this game now.
Yeah. Basically, yeah, basically.
That's how I react to that.
At 23-9, that's a huge goal against a team like Illinois.
Right, you're not going to put up 14 points with your backup quarterback who did nothing so far, except for a horrible pick.
No.
Okay, we got callers again.
Let's get them.
Let's try this again.
All right, try it again.
All
Let's
right.
go.
Yeah. If you can hear me, you're on an early break. Who do we have? Go ahead.
This is Jeff.
Hey, Jeff.
Jeff, good morning.
Hey. So, yeah, I think with Mickey, I think it's an overreaction. I think, Mickey inherited a lot of, kind of broken parts or whatever he didn't necessarily choose Whipple as his offensive coordinator, and Whipple really, the way the game played out is kind of overall on Whipple. I mean, Mickey in the situation, he couldn't. I mean, once everything Mickey took over, he couldn't just make wholesale changes and stuff like that. I mean, they have their offense set, and so he's got to rely on that.
Right.
But I think what you judge Mickey on is like his overall leadership, what he's done to, rally the team, get them playing better. And, and still you also have to look at it, it would have been great if one of the backups would have came in and played well. But the thing is, at the point that Thompson got hurt, we were right there with Illinois. And I think if the game just plays out and Thompson plays the whole game, I think Nebraska's in that game to the end with a, pretty good chance to win, but you just never know that. But I mean, you got to judge Mickey on just like they've kept the recruiting going and all that stuff. We don't know exactly what Mickey will choose to do with, how he wants to run the offense and all that thing, because if he becomes the head coach for the future, he might do some different things, and then that stuff is on him. But he's kind of inheriting all these pieces and just doing the best what he can with it. So it's like I think it's an overreaction. You got to judge him on what he's kind of shown as a leader to do at this point of the season.
Okay.
How they've kept the recruiting going well and all that stuff.
I don't disagree with this. I mean, he didn't inherit those he didn't create the line issues. Yeah, Jeff, thank you. And I agree with Jeff that if Casey is healthy in that game throughout, I think Nebraska keeps it. I think Nebraska has a chance to steal it in the end. Now, nobody will ever know, so we don't want to go down that road too far. Yeah, you don't want to go down that road too far. But I have heard from people now, Jeff. I heard from a couple ex-players yesterday that said, "Hey, Mickey didn't. Those line issues that Nebraska has, that's not on Mickey. That backup quarterback situation, that's not on Mickey. The only way it's sort of on Mickey and the backups is if they weren't getting enough reps in practice with the pro style one station way of practicing, which I think most teams do, or a lot of teams do. I hate it. I hate that. I do. I don't like that picture because a lot of guys aren't getting reps now. But again, we'll ask that question this week. Did Mickey feel like Chuba Purdy got enough reps in practice to be ready to play? That's the big question this week, and that's the big question of Whipple too.
Well, now you know the rest of the season. You got to have all these quarterbacks ready to go. You got to be somewhat prepared. You got to get some reps.
But were they ready?
I know, but were they? I don't know. But knowing that the next 4 games, they have to be prepared.
Right. We'll see what other people have to say.
We got some more calls. If you can hear me, you're next on early break. Who do we have?
Hello.
Hello. Who do we have here?
Hi. Hi, this is Jennifer. How are you guys?
Jennifer, we're great. How are you?
Jennifer, nice to
Really
hear
good.
from you. Nice to hear from you.
Yeah, okay, now I've got to be honest. What happens to me is I usually turn on about the time you do the song, and I go back and listen to the first hour
Okay.
when I get to work.
All right.
Okay? But my question is, why was Smothers not even given really a chance? Is he that far behind? Do you guys? And I will listen off air. I kept looking at this thinking, why are they not playing him?
Well,
thank you, Jennifer. Appreciate the phone
He's
call.
a third string guy. I mean, he is number 3. Okay. And Jake, I don't have a better answer than that. He's the number 3.
Okay, but
who's the Dolphins' number 3?
Skylar Thompson. He played very well.
He does
in his
play
one
too.
game. Yeah, he does.
But he played because why? Why did Skylar Thompson
Injury.
play? Who?
To both Tua and Teddy.
To the backup, right? If Purdy's hurt, yeah.
But then why did he go in the game before Chuba at the end of the first half?
You know that answer.
They wanted to run some option.
Yeah,
right?
Mickey answered the question.
So why couldn't they do that in the second half?
I don't think you're going to option Illinois into oblivion.
Has Illinois seen the option this year?
They looked
Let me
like
ask
it.
you
They
that.
looked like they had. They looked ready for it to me. I can go back and he scored it out of there for 8 yards, I think.
Now let's flash back though. I know that.
Okay, wait a second. First, Smothers comes in.
Okay.
1st and 10 at the 25. Completes one pass. He completed the pass to Palmer that got 1 yard. Okay.
Yeah.
2nd and 9. He runs for 7.
Okay, pretty good.
Yeah, option play. I think it was an option play to the right. 3rd and 2. He runs a read option and got smothered.
I see what you did there.
And that was it. That was it for Smothers.
Now, is that fair to him for that to be his only possession?
Well, now we'll get to that. So what happens then? Illinois goes down, scores a touchdown after that to go up to 20-9 at halftime. Now, you could say you're only down 11. You could try your running game, try a running quarterback and keep it on the ground. But Mickey answered it. They felt like they were behind and they had to throw. And you're 20-9 against Illinois with the way that game was going. You agree that seemed bigger than 20-9.
Yeah.
Right.
It would have felt better if they had taken advantage of the turnover in Illinois territory.
Right. So
but they did. They gave it right back.
So the answer to the question, Jennifer, is in my mind, it's kind of simple. On the depth chart, Logan is listed 3rd. Now that, again, also is a practice conversation. And again, we're not privy to what's going on really in those practices. We don't see them, but you at some level, you have to trust your coaches that they determined that Purdy is number 2 for a reason, right? And you have to tell the kids why, and there you go. There's 1, 2, 3.
We did see last year. Now Mickey and Whipple were not here.
No,
we saw Smothers play a good football game against Iowa. Now they lost.
I know, and we also
put up points.
And we also see coaches get it wrong on the depth chart. We've seen it at Nebraska. We saw it with Joe Gans and Sam Keller.
That's right.
Right, where they were just wrong. They just had the wrong guy. You see that the wrong guy's playing sometimes. So I'm not suggesting that you put 100% trust into the coaches. Do we miss a caller?
We'll get to this caller if they're still there in the next break.
Yeah, hold on through the
next
break
segment. If you're on the line, again, you can still call us or text us 402-464-5685. More of your thoughts on Nebraska's loss and what's next. It's up next. Early break in the ticket.
Look at your car. It's filthy and probably has a few dings and nicks all over it. Don't be that guy. Get it upgraded and repaired at Renew Your Auto. At Renew Your Auto, they offer tons of services: ceramic coating, window tinting, paintless dent repair, washes and details, bed liners, body shop, and more. Where can you go to get services like that all in one place? Schedule your appointment today at renewyourauto.com. See what Renew can do for you.
Life-changing game-changing research doesn't just take place in outer space. It's also happening right here in Nebraska, and you could play a key role. Solarion, one of the world's leading clinical research organizations, needs healthy adults who are 19 years old and older for a research opportunity. If you qualify, you could earn up to $500 a day for time and travel. Overnight stays may be required. To learn more, call Solarion at 866-213-2965 or visit helpresearch.com/500.
Wow. Did you ever save me money on my car?
Yes, that's why our customers keep coming back.
How do you do it, friendly car dealer ?
We simply have low overhead and high trade-in values. The next line's yours.
Oh.
Ready for something better? Mullen Motors is a no-hassle, no-pressure dealership with financing available. Check out the inventory at MikeMullenMotors.com.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club or space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? No, forget that. How about a margarita club? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge and join the best club in town. 10 flavors of margaritas like Maui Wowie, burnt pineapple, and mango tango. Try all 10 of them and receive your own souvenir margarita glass. Make it your new Monday night tradition. $4 margaritas and $4 taco baskets. Grab the crew and head on over Monday nights or any night. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
Mike Schaefer here for Trek CBD. It's football season, and that means you're tailgating with friends, or if you're like me, yelling at the TV during Vikings games. Trek CBD has a variety of products that help calm you down during the games, so don't scare my dog. But in the rare cases that I yell too much, there's CBD products for him, too, and all other pets. Whether you're looking for drinkable Delta 8 seltzers, hemp-derived Delta 9 syrups for your beverages, or anything else, Trek CBD has it all at 84th and Internet. Trek CBD, CBD done right.
This is Jay Stoll with American Senior Benefits. Tune in to our show, the American Senior Benefits Family Hour, Sunday mornings at 7 a.m. We'll help you navigate the tricky world of insurance options for seniors and others in need, as well as talk about how you can get involved. We'll see you this Sunday morning at 7 a.m.
Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket.
Okay, playing 93.7 The Ticket.
Alexa, turn down the lights.
Dimming the lights.
Alexa, order a pizza, the big one, all the toppings.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Alexa.
That's a lot of pizza for just one man.
Alexa, just do it. Stop judging me, just do it.
As you wish.
Thanks, Alexa. You're my best friend.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Nebraska fans, Brokers Insurance Agency in Lincoln is a proud donor of Nebraska Athletics. Brokers Insurance Agency is located at 33rd and A Streets in the heart of Lincoln. At Brokers, they can help you with all your insurance needs. Let them worry about your insurance so you have more time to enjoy the college football season. Call one of their licensed agents today at 402-420-5353 or visit their website at brokersinsurancene.com. Go Big Red.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. It doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
John Henry's Plumbing, heating and air.
When it comes to your home or business, we know you have options, and that's why John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning gives you just that, options. We have plumbing, heating, and cooling memberships to serve all of your residential and commercial needs. We want to ensure you, your family, and your business are safe. Visit our website, jhlincoln.com, to find out more or call us at
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, heating and air.
This,
Anybody who knows me knows I was cocky out of the womb.
is Early Break with Sip and Jake, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. Weekday mornings from 6 to 8 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
So, we talked a lot of football today.
Yeah, we
Nebraska
have.
lost 26-9 to Illinois. Now, don't forget, there was an exhibition basketball game yesterday, too, Sip, in Boulder, Colorado, where we met our friend Joe. Joe stopped by the tailgate show.
Oh, yeah, Joe and his friend John.
That's right. He gave me some golf balls.
Yeah, Joe did.
Joe did.
Thank you, guys. Thank you guys for stopping
We're going
by.
to see Joe next year when we go to Boulder ourselves.
Yeah, he's going to have a party.
We're going to be there.
We might just go there. Okay, so yeah, Tipsy Tina's. That was a good time. See, the day started off really good.
It was gorgeous out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a great time. Tailgate show was smooth as always. And then, the game happened. And then yesterday, Nebraska played basketball. Game didn't count. The good news is, Sip, the game did not count yesterday.
At Colorado.
Huskers lose 72-61.
Exhibition.
To Colorado. You had a paragraph you wanted to read to me.
Well, I mean,
I do. Yeah, come on. We can take the pain. We're used to the pain. Please read the paragraph that you were reading.
Tell me if you've heard these
This
things.
for Robin Washit?
Yes, Robin Washit,
He was there.
We will talk to tomorrow. Yes, he did travel to Boulder to cover this game. Nebraska, shot 6 of 25 from 3-point range, went 3 for 10 at the free throw line, while recording only 6 assists on 26 made baskets. Now, some would say same old, same old.
What would you say?
Same old, same old.
Now,
it's just an exhibition.
I want to read something else regarding this game.
Okay.
Because people like it when there's national analysis.
Oh, yes.
And there was national analysis of this
On
game.
this exhibition.
Yeah. From a man named John Rothstein, who's a robot. He's a robot.
Why do you say that?
Because he is a robot. He's not actually a robot, but I think he might be.
Why do you say that?
Because he tweets the same thing every day. He is obsessed with college basketball more than anything else in his life, and thinks everything else sucks besides college basketball.
Is that true?
Hates the NBA, likes college basketball.
Interesting.
Hates it, doesn't watch football. It's all basketball. Okay. He tweets this last night after the game. Colorado over Nebraska by 11 in a charity exhibition. Buffs, Colorado have 2 all Pac-12 caliber players in KJ Simpson and Tristan Da Silva. Look like a typical Tad Boyle team. And Nebraska? ? Look like a competitive team once altering the front court after a poor start. So I guess that's somewhat optimistic from John Rothstein.
Simpson.
Yeah. KJ Simpson and Tristan Da Silva.
Simpson had 17 points. Da Silva had 9. Okay. I mean, we should point out Derek Walker did not play in this game. He was a late scratch.
And I was reading some post-game comments from Fred Hoiberg. He said it was a health care thing. It wasn't health. It was health care. That's how he described it.
What would that
I'll read
mean?
the quote from Rob.
Yeah, what would that mean?
I don't know what it means. He says that'll come out at some point. You have to ask him, basically, is what Hoiberg said regarding Derek Walker.
Healthcare.
Yes. I'm going to get this pulled up real quick.
Please do.
Okay. This is Hoiberg on Derek Walker. Quote, Derek was unavailable tonight for health care reasons. I'll leave it at that for now. If Derek wants to discuss it at a later time, I'll leave that up to him. That's all I'm going to say about it right now.
Okay. That's very
What
odd.
the heck does that mean?
I have no idea.
Is he going to play this year?
That's a good question. Late scratch would indicate that he's going to play this year. Late scratch he was a late scratch, which indicates he was about to play the game. He was on a trip.
I think he has like an insurance policy where he can't, if the game doesn't count, he shouldn't play.
I don't know that.
I'm just throwing things out there.
Yeah, could be. I don't know why he would have a health.
I don't know. I don't know. He says it's
insurance.
He didn't
policy.
say health. He said health care.
Yeah, I don't know.
Some sort of policy thing.
Did not pay his premium.
I don't know.
I don't know what
premium doesn't cover exhibition injuries. I don't know.
Do you want to get to this Illinois projection?
Yes. During the break, you had pulled up the Lindy's article, or Lindy's magazine from before the season.
And this is not to pick on Lindy's. This is something we noticed because the magazine's laying around.
Yes.
They do the conference picks, Lindy's, and Illinois is picked 7th in the West. 7th in the West. And the our call part of it, which is a summary sentence, is this. In parentheses, Lindy's puts sigh. Illinois will be good one day, we think.
And they were picked last, right?
Picked last in the Big Ten West. Wisconsin was picked first, Iowa second, Purdue third, Nebraska fourth, Minnesota fifth, Northwestern sixth.
I see in the back there that they have Casey Thompson as the newcomer of the year also on that.
They have Casey Thomas.
Other side.
Casey
Other
Thompson.
sheet.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Flip it around for you. Nope. Keep going. Flip it. There you go.
Oh, yeah, they do.
Hey,
Casey Thompson coming in. And on the cover is Ramir Johnson,
who dropped a pass in his brief
yes.
appearance he had in that football game. Yes. Everything's great. Everything's great. You know what? Let's play the game show on this Halloween. 464-5685. Call the Takedown Sip in trivia. It's not Halloween trivia today because we already did our villains and stuff on Friday, but this is,
Okay, we're doing this.
Today's topic, Sip, is college football stadiums.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I give you the stadium. You tell me what school plays there.
Can do.
Can you do that?
Yeah.
Pretty simple?
Yeah.
All right.
See if we get some callers.
Let's play the game. 464-5685. Shut Up Sipple starts right now.
We've all been there. You're listening to the radio, and then that rage starts to grow inside of you. It starts to consume you. It gets to a point where you just want to yell, "Shut up, Sipple!" No, sorry. I'm sorry. Well, here's your chance. It's time to shut up, Sipple. Call now to play. 464-5685. Shut up, Sipple. Brought to you by Bagels and Joe.
Now, I know you guys are awake because we've had a lot of phone calls today, so don't be scared. The lines are open. They're available. They're working. 402-464-5685. I know Sip's been scary, too. He's on a heater.
Mm-hmm.
You went 3-2 last week.
Yeah, not an extreme heater. I better check that board that we haven't updated. But anyway, yeah. Here we go. Here they come.
Okay, if you can hear me, you're on the game show. Who do we have here?
This is Kevin.
Kevin, how do you feel about college football stadiums today?
I feel so-so. I'll give it a shot, though.
Okay, thank you,
I know
Kevin.
you feel pretty good about
I
this,
feel
right?
pretty good about it, yeah.
All right, well, first question goes to Kevin. Kevin, here we go. What college football team plays at Williams-Brice Stadium?
Williams-Brice. I'm going to take a guess. Is that Auburn?
Not Auburn.
That is South Carolina.
That is correct.
Thank you.
1-0 lead for Sip. First question, Sip, to take a 2-0 lead. What team plays at Davis-Wade Stadium?
Oh, Davis-Wade. I have a pretty good idea on this one. Davis-Wade. Up 1-0.
You are?
Oh, God. I know the state. I'm going to say Mississippi State.
And that is correct. A 2-0 lead. The game is not over yet, but
Davis-Wade
pretty
Stadium.
good for you.
Yes.
To stay alive, Kevin, your last question. What college football team plays at Kroger Field at CM Newton Grounds?
Ooh.
Oh, man.
He's laughing.
I'm laughing because I don't know, not because I know it. Golly.
Kroger Field at Kroger Field at CM Newton Grounds.
CM Newton Grounds. I just gotta take a shot. I'll say Virginia.
Listen to those victory horns on this Halloween Monday. The answer: Kentucky, the Wildcats.
CM Newton gives that away. That was actually a kind of a gift.
Was it?
Yeah, CM Newton was a former Kentucky coach.
Well, not everyone knows that.
Yeah.
So, Kevin, thanks for calling. We'll get you a bagel and a coffee, but call in down the road.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Kevin. All right. That's a good
What's
way
your
to
last question, the
yes,
tiebreaker?
That was
Of course you
kicked
do.
off the week well.
Yeah, how about that? Happy Halloween. See, you don't want candy. You want victories.
Yes, I want victory.
You just got your bucket full of them.
Yeah. Thank you.
Uh-huh. Okay. What team plays at Rice-Eccles Stadium?
Rice-Eccles, that's Texas A&M, isn't it?
Kyle Field.
Oh, yeah, Rice-Eccles. What is it?
Utah.
Oh, God.
Okay, last question, tiebreaker.
Hey, by the way, A&M goes down again.
3-5.
Oh, boy.
Jimbo's 3-5. And you
Yeah.
can't fire him. You can't fire him.
What's the buyout? Go ahead and say it.
$85 million?
Yeah, $85 million. We say it all the time. Kirk Ferentz has
makes me laugh.
I know. Well, I know these buyouts are sort of disturbing. Ferentz has a $42 million buyout.
Now Tucker's what, 80-something
Yeah.
million right now?
Yeah, that's why. Yeah.
Okay, last question, tiebreaker. How many stadiums in college football seat over 100,000 people?
How many?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 1, 2. And I'm not going much further than that. I'm going to say, Jake. Well, I'm just going to say 2.
The answer is 8.
Oh, God.
I'm going to give you the capacities here.
Okay. Oh, Tennessee, 3. Okay, yeah, I was going to go Ohio State, Michigan, Tennessee.
All right, here we go.
Then what?
So you got
the Rose Bowl.
You got Michigan, 107,601 at Michigan. Okay. Then you have Penn State. 106,000. That's number 2.
Yeah. They had 106,000 people
Number 3,
at the game.
Ohio Stadium, 102,000. Okay. Number 4, Kyle Field, 102,000. Tennessee, 102,000. LSU, 102,000. Texas, 100,000. And Alabama, just barely over 100,000.
Lame guess by me. Lame. Didn't put much thought into it. Game was over. Wow. Okay, I didn't know Alabama was up at 100,000. Those are dangerous numbers because if your program goes south, then you have 50,000 empty seats.
How about Tennessee?
Yeah.
44-6 over Kentucky.
Yeah.
Will Levis did not look like a first-round pick to me in that game. Had under 100 yards passing, several picks. Tennessee, who doesn't have a defense, had a pretty good defense on Saturday.
More and more, it looks like Michigan is. Don't you feel pretty good about Michigan beating Ohio State right now?
Say that.
Don't you?
No. Michigan also had problems in the first half against Penn State. They did. Remember, it was a tight game.
True.
Now they pulled away, as Ohio State did also in the second half.
Ohio State's not running the ball, though, Jim.
I know. Well,
they're not running the ball.
Maya Williams got hurt.
Well, there you go.
And Travion came in.
They're not running the ball well against good teams.
Well, we'll see. It's going to be a good game.
Yeah.
Be a good game.
Jim.
Yeah,
James.
Your friend Jim is doing just well. Just fine.
All right. Got a W.
Big dub.
We got the spillover coming. Are the guys here?
Yeah, they'll be here.
All right.
Raph and AD are here for the spillover next on Early Break on the Ticket.
If you need to sell equipment and trucks, Ritchie Brothers' new Lincoln Satellite Yard lets you free up space at your property and get local access to all Ritchie Brothers auctions. Drop your equipment off and sell it online at any Ritchie Brothers auction, Iron Planet, or via Marketplace E. The yard is at 8801 US 6 Lincoln. It's secure and makes for easy in-person buyer inspections and pickup. Take advantage of this yard to sell at Ritchie Brothers' Great Plains Regional Auction, September 15th and 16th. For details, visit rbauction.com/Lincoln.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric brings exciting career opportunities for you or someone you know. They are now hiring plumbers, electricians, and HVAC techs and installers to continually build their professional team. They offer competitive pay and full benefits packages that include health, dental, vision, PTO, and 401k options. Action has created a positive team environment for over 50 years. Apply online at actionlincoln.com.
In your busy life, Very little is free, but your next home might be a bit less than you think with a free appraisal from Security First Bank. Free home appraisals from Security First Bank. We're the bank. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Offer valid through December 31st, 2022 on secondary market new home purchase loans only. One free appraisal per transaction. Appraisals paid for by lender at closing. Subject to lender qualifications. See lender for details. NMLS number 505011.
Nebraska fans, Brokers Insurance Agency in Lincoln is a proud donor of Nebraska Athletics. Brokers Insurance Agency is located at 33rd and A Streets in the heart of Lincoln. At Brokers, they can help you with all your insurance needs. Let them worry about your insurance so you have more time to enjoy the college football season. Call one of their licensed agents today at 402-420-5353 or visit their website at brokersinsurancene.com. Go Big Red.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit gocurrency.com and apply today.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service, bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
Chances are you've tried fruitcake before. Chances are it looked pretty weird. Lots of colors that don't really exist in nature. Chances are it tasted weird. Chances are you need to try fruitcake again. Grandma's fruitcake from Beatrice Bakery. None of that weird stuff you didn't like, just real fruit, premium nuts, and the delicious flavor combination of brandy, bourbon, and rum to meld all that together. See for yourself. Grandma's fruitcake from Beatrice Bakery. Online at beatricebakery.com. Welcome to our world of yum.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and things are cooking here in Louisville. We are really hitting on all cylinders right now, and deals are off the charts. We've got a lot more new 2022 and 2023 Chevrolet and GMC inventory than we've had in a long time. So make sure you check us out online, or do even better, stop on in the store and let us show you one in person. Our pre-owned lot is plumb full, so take that short money-saving drive down 144th Street, or check us out online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning. Now in our new time, we're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
We stand on the shoulders of women who came before us.
Women who fought for their own financial futures.
And now it's our turn.
Join us. Visit WeSaySaveIt.org and take control of your financial future by saving for retirement.
A message from AARP and the Ad Council.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
We're on the air.
Back
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
to more of Early Break with Sip and Jake.
Jake, you're a freaking nutcase.
Brought to you by Gaina Trucking. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Once again, gang is all here for the spillover. AD and Raph in studio. Gentlemen, happy Halloween to you.
It is Halloween, isn't it?
Yeah, you didn't dress up today, Raph.
I was wondering why you had that jersey on.
Well, number one, he played well.
He looks like Tua. He kind of looks like
I
Tua.
look like
doesn't he?
Tua.
They did it
right?
again yesterday.
He's like,
The second seed resemblances, maybe.
somewhere in there, right? Tua deserves. He played well, and it's Halloween, so why not put the jersey back on?
You should dye your hair black and put some eye black on. You'd look a little more like Tua.
Well, the day is young.
All right, we had a really good discussion off air about the game on Saturday.
Yes,
Illinois.
Nebraska loses 26-9 to Illinois now, 3-5 on the season. A bowl game looks very unlikely, still possible, but unlikely at this point. What was the question you had?
Well, I just wondered what these guys thought about the drop off from Casey to the backup and what that picture looked like to you guys.
It doesn't look promising. It really doesn't. And that's just the reality of it. I mean, you've seen the momentum go on both sides. I mean, our defense was only going to hold them for so long, and they actually did decent. They made some stops.
They did.
But our offense just, when Casey got out, especially, I think for me, one of the pivotal parts of the game you guys were talking about earlier, when their receiver fumbled it on his own.
Isaiah Williams.
Yep, when he fumbled it, and we did 3 plays that were just, I think, one was 0, second one was like a
zero. Second one was 0.
And the third one was when he tried to do something you don't do in any league, college, pro, Pop Warner. You never throw across your body across the field on your back foot and expect anything.
Unless you're
to
Josh
happen.
Allen, then you can do it.
Or Mahomes.
Yeah,
There's this very select few that could do that.
And that's why they're elite.
Anywhere.
Yeah.
What do you think, Raph?
You look back on it, you always can look back on it. Like I told you at the break, when they go back and watch the film, there were a lot of receivers that were open or were going to be open, but it's like, I hate to say it, but our offensive line, it lets us down a lot in the passing game. Like we sat in the north end zone, and I don't even know how many plays where I was like grabbing your arm going, oh man, it was there. There's open receivers.
See, if you're Whipple, that's really frustrating because you see that on film every day.
Oh yeah. And like watching it develop, you're like, okay, here we go. They're playing man-to-man with safety, in back. And there were plays that were coming open, but we just didn't have enough time. There was a play, Trey Palmer had the one crossing route about, I don't know, 20 yards. If he would have just had another second, that play was going to happen.
See, this is where you're an offensive coordinator and people are criticizing you, and you would say, well, listen to Raph on the ticket. We have guys open.
Yeah,
we have guys open.
And guys that were coming open.
The plays drawn up are effective if there's protection. Well, what you might say to Whipple is, well, you got to draw plays that work against shoddy protection.
Yeah. His playbook, it gets shortened pretty quick because just the lack of time. I mean, he has about 1.2, 1.4 seconds. The ball better be gone. And that's hard to develop plays that quickly.
It is.
Yeah. And you're not going to win games if you have 4 turnovers against how do you say that? If you have that many turnovers against that kind of team, you're not going to win. And you can't be 2 for 12 on third down. There's a lot of stuff that goes into the mixture, but we also were talking about, if Casey doesn't, I know ifs, ands, and buts, all that where it gets you, but if Casey does not go down, I believe in my heart we take them 4 quarters, and there's a chance Nebraska.
I think we all agree on that.
Yeah.
We all agree on that. I do too. I mean, Casey, when he was in, threw for 170 plus yards against a team
70 completions
against a team that had been allowing only 221.
Right.
Nebraska eclipsed 200 yards against them in the first half.
Yes.
First half.
Yeah, first half. They did.
I mean, so they were moving it. And then Casey went down. It changes everything. And that's why it's sort of, I don't know, it's frustrating is the word. Is it fair to Mickey Joseph to say, wow, this really, really, really slows down his candidacy? I mean,
Nebraska had 222 yards at halftime.
222 at halftime. Illinois had been allowing 221 on the season per game.
Yeah, I know.
Per game.
And then it shows you what happened after halftime. We ended
26
up with
yards.
Yeah, 26 yards. In
15
the
passing yards, 26 total yards in the
26
second
half in the second half. What, Sip, I don't think this is indicative to his candidacy, legitimacy of it. I think it's indicative of what was left. I think it's indicative of the past 4 years of recruiting.
What was left in the cupboard?
Yeah, there wasn't much left in the cupboard as far as what I am glad to hear, though. I don't hear these coaches saying that.
No, they don't.
I don't hear them saying, this is what I was left with. You can't. If you want to destroy a team as far as their heart and their confidence right away, you make comments like that. It's
Yeah.
kind of like, well, she's what do we eat?
Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
liver.
God, yeah.
You can't make comments. You got to do your best to fix what you can. You got, 4 games left, and all these teams' defenses are in the top 50, not top 25.
Yeah, Wisconsin's 33rd.
33.
But the other ones are all top 15.
Yeah.
They're top 15. They are.
With the backup quarterback, that's terrifying. It's terrifying with your starting quarterback too.
And I think that's
because
fitting
the
you say
offensive
terrifying
line
on Halloween too.
I know, spooky, yeah, not good.
I don't know, man. I just think, guys, that there's and Sip, you said how many yards did Minnesota hold Rutgers last week?
134. 130. Minnesota held Rutgers to 134. Minnesota, by the way, had a 19-play, 99-yard drive that took 10 minutes, 24 seconds off the clock.
That was to start the game, right?
See,
that
what
began the game.
What that makes an impression on me because they have the discipline to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, usually a lot of college teams can't go that sort of drive because they'll make a few mental errors along the way, or something will happen.
Mm-hmm.
But they had a 19-play drive for a touchdown and a 13-play drive for a touchdown that took 7 minutes.
Goodness, man.
Yeah, so they're gonna you know what they're gonna try to do. They're gonna come in here and try to bully you.
Yep.
And they did it against Rutgers, and Rutgers defense now Rutgers defense is 6th nationally against the run.
Yeah.
I mean, Rutgers is a tough defense.
We saw that ourselves.
Yeah, they're tough.
It was hard to move the ball against.
Yeah,
them. We had 0 points in the first
they're
half.
physical. They're very physical, tough defense, and Minnesota took it to them. Tough. Tanner Morgan was back, didn't have big numbers, 12 for 22, 120 some yards. He was efficient, fairly efficient. It was Ibrahim. Ibrahim ran 36 times for 159 yards. That's 16 straight 100-yard games for Ibrahim.
A good stat from Walter in the text line regarding Nebraska. I mean, this has been a problem for years now, even when Nebraska was doing well. Nebraska now is -6 on the season in turnover margin this season. I mean, you got to force some turnovers. Now, again, they had the one fumble that was like they just dropped the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Isaiah Williams just dropped the ball. It wasn't forced out by anybody. We recovered it, but it was a gift.
It was that error that Sip just talked about.
Yeah.
Most teams they're gonna have an error.
Nebraska is just they don't force turnovers though. They don't do it.
Good stat.
-6 again.
-6.
It's just every year's the same damn story with turnover margin.
And unable to capitalize on it is frustrating, man. It was very frustrating. That was
oh yeah, Jake talked about that.
Yes, that was a great opportunity, man.
Yeah,
if we could score there,
if you get a field goal, you're down 8. It's a 1-possession game.
Yes.
And think about that gives at least, even if you don't do much with the ball, it gives your quarterback confidence. Hey, I helped put some points on the board.
Yeah.
Like they could have just kicked the field goal on first down. You know?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, think about that.
Now, that would not give Chubb a confidence.
I know.
We're going for a field goal. It's first down.
Yeah, I know.
Now maybe Chubb would have said, "Okay, just do that.
Take the points."
Sounds good to me.
I got you. Whatever you say, Coach.
I'll be right over here.
Right over here.
Well, you kicked field goal on first down and then onside kick.
Oh God. This season's just paid.
Oh, man.
Onside kick in the third quarter. Who would do that?
What idiot would do
that? We've seen this movie before.
Oh boy, yeah, it was a rough. Its day started so good. That's what I'm always gonna remember that game that way. The day I thought
it was a beautiful day of weather.
It was a beautiful day. Nebraska got up 9-6, and I'm sitting there thinking, "Oh boy, this is going to get interesting because Nebraska's about to put some heavy pressure on Illinois. And how's Illinois going to respond to this? 9-6, Ramir's open.
Catch the ball. Ramir.
They're going into Illinois territory there, and there'd be some pressure on Illinois. Casey's still playing. Casey's still in the game. 2 plays later, Casey's not in the game.
Gone.
Yep. That's right. 2 plays later, he's gone.
Yeah,
that's the drop pass.
Yeah,
Yes.
2 plays after the drop, he's gone. He's on the turf. Then he tries to get up and go to the side, and he has to go back down. He's hurting. I don't think we'll see him. I don't know though. I don't want to mislead the listeners. I don't have any insight on that.
But if he can play, he will. The dude's a warrior.
I agree with you, Raph.
Casey will play.
Yeah. I think we'll find out maybe more tomorrow.
Yeah, Mickey's
The
tomorrow.
severity of it.
It's possible we find out today, but Mickey's his weekly news media luncheon is tomorrow.
Okay. And today is
nothing.
Today's Monday.
Monday.
Halloween.
It's Halloween. It's trick or treat day.
Yeah, it's Halloween too.
It's
man.
a holiday.
When you have your kids you got no kids at the house anymore. It's kind of like, what's going on today? What's happening?
Yeah.
What's going on
See,
here?
you guys have been ahead because Raph, you had the outfit, went to California, you're
California,
dressed up.
yeah.
You had the bibs
The
on.
farmer. Yeah, I just did
And
mine
now
earlier.
today it's Halloween. You guys have nothing.
Today I just got a sweatsuit on.
Nobody's decked out. Nick,
young
happy
guys are-
Halloween, Nick. Thanks for participating today. Rico, same to you.
Is
Thanks for
Halloween as
participating.
big a deal as it used to be like when we were kids? I don't think it is.
These kids have no idea about Halloween, the discomfort of wearing a plastic mask that cuts your face halfway off when you're little.
Oh, hey, listen, I had that mask. I had that
You had
mask.
that?
Oh, yeah.
Just a string on the
Yeah,
back.
a string on the back, and your buddies would always
Just
snap it on the back of
Yeah,
there.
your buddies would snap.
Or
it.
the string would break off. You had to
Yeah,
hold-
you're just
punch
walking
your-
around holding it up like
I
this.
had that mask. I had that mask.
There are strange things that happen. I noticed yesterday on East Campus, there was just a grown man walking with a Batman suit on. Just
should've
walking.
stopped him.
Just walk. Well, I didn't stop him and do. What would I do? What would I do in that case?
Hey,
I just
man,
waved.
What's
to
up,
him.
Batman?
I waved to him. He waved. And I
This is
noticed
the full-on everything.
Yeah,
like,
and
from
then he just
head
went
to
on
toe.
walking down the street over like on Holdridge and 33rd.
This morning?
No, this was yesterday afternoon. Yesterday afternoon.
Did anyone else see him?
Oh yeah, everybody saw it. A lot of people
With
saw
people
it.
waving to him.
I don't know. It was odd. It was I would say uncomfortable, a little bit uncomfortable.
Yeah, that would be.
Hey, he's in the spirit of Halloween.
That would be.
It's Batman. Let the
It
guy
wasn't a
live
kid.
little
It was
bit.
a grown man.
Well, let the man live.
Yeah, I did. I let him live.
From a distance.
I let him live from
All
a
right.
distance. That's right.
All right, fellas, we'll pass off the baton to you, to Raph, and AD, and Nick for the drive. For Steve Sipple, I'm Jake Sorensen. See ya.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment?